Good evening, this is Tony Peters. I'm just going to give a brief update of exactly where I'm at, a little bit more real time. I've got my two breadboards set up here. I'm currently in the breadboard phase. I just want to highlight some of the capabilities and features and kind of future plans of where I plan on going. So this side over here is my ECMS, my environmental control and monitoring subsystem. And this is over here my angle of incidence manipulation system, where it's going to take the angle of incidence and manipulate it in relation to the photovoltaic cell, which will be mounted on this 1/4-inch honeycomb substrate that I have handy, aluminum in design, and I'll be talking about that later on. This is my harness assembly that's been mounted for my BMP 280 temperature and pressure sensor, and the other cabling assembly here goes to DH22. Once I boot this up, you'll see that they try to initialize. Everything has been programmed here, everything from the LCD modules to everything has been programmed, custom programmed for this project specifically. The Metro 328 is running the ECMS, the Rev3 Arduino microcontroller board is running the AOI indicator, which is being controlled by a 10K potentiometer here. It'll look a little bit more professional once it's mounted. The servo that I'm currently using is the MG90S. However, I'm planning on maneuvering to the more of a high precision stepper motor to get a little bit more precise angle measurements. I was going to add a secondary servo to get the average of it, but I figured that messing around with a high precision stepper motor and then calibrating it might be better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up all these right now, and then you'll kind of see them run through their boot up process. I gave the system anywhere from 2,500 milliseconds to 3,000, so 2.5 to 3 seconds kind of for each individual component to warm up, get going. And let me plug these in here. And of course, I made the LCDs say all these individual things, everything from the spacing to the decimal place, trying to get an idea of exactly what's going on. Now, as you can see here, the angle of incidence is about 89 degrees. I can actually use this potentiometer to manipulate it any way I want in relation to the cell. And then I have this button here I can use to zeroize it and set a 0 beta angle in relation to a normal position to the cell. Over here, the ECMS system, well, that's a little redundant. ECMS is running, and it's just basically gathering from the two different sensors, the base plate temperature, ambient, and then the air pressure and humidity respectively. So if you have any questions, please send me an email and let me know. All right, bye.